Okay, so here we are. I'm here with our guy Zuma, and I wanted to show you my very first session on leash with him, right? This one's gonna be a good one here because he's really, really bad on leash, really bad on leash. There's multiple things happening here. Look, okay? So look, I'm just gonna stand here and just kind of show you what he's willing to do. Okay, so first thing, he's on a harness, right? Second thing is this leash. Guys, Zuma, good. This leash, I just don't really understand what this leash is made for. Okay, so it's a 6-foot leash, nylon leash, has a handle here. But as we get right here, you know, it's one of those that has this bungee. Look at this bungee, right? And then it has a handle right here. It's so interesting. It's like what I think is this entire portion right here with the bungee. This teaches and encourages the dog to pull. It teaches the dog to pull because there's this give right here. You know what I mean? Like there's this resistance, or there's this little bit of leeway that the dog has before the leash gets tight, and so it learns to pull this bungee back and forth, right? But wait, right? This is by Kong. Okay, this is a Kong branded leash. Okay, so it has the bungee portion here, right? But which again I believe encourages and teaches your dog to pull because they can resist and pull on that bungee, right? It's like a toy. Okay, but then don't worry, they give you a handle, right? Come on. They give you a handle real down closer here so that you can actually deal with the pulling that has been allowed and created from the bungee, right? So look at this right here. Look at this. See? Look at this. Yep. That's what this is created right here. Look at how he's willing to totally stand up. Again, we have bungee here. See, this bungee's pulling all the way out. So to him, he knows, look, there's this leeway here. Look, I can totally look at this bungee and nothing is happening to him, right? Like, what is this for? And it's just created all of this. And then we've paired that obviously to the harness. I mean, most people are probably not gonna have the dog doing that on their neck, but didn't really understand that, again, this created it. But again, weight will give you a handle right here so that we can hold our pulling dog, right? Yeah, look, because it's like the whole top portion creates this, but wait, Kong saved you. Kong thought about you. They'll give you this one. Yeah, you need that, right? You need this little handle right here. You need this, because if you're not, it's created all that pulling. So, you know, I don't know which one is worse, harness with retractable leash or harness with this bungee leash. I kind of think the bungee leash is worse because you can't remove the well, you can. Again, you can remove the bungee, but you have to hold here. At least with the retractable, you can go ahead and lock it, and then you'll have it at a fixed length, right? So, yes, you know, this is what we have so far. Good boy. So we're gonna have to do a lot of teaching here, right? Just like all of our other dogs. So it's not just swapping out the tools, right? I have a collar and a leash here, but we need to start teaching him how to pay attention, how to start focusing, right? How to start taking direction from us. I mean, look, he's willing to go to the ground, so we got to get rid of this right away. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and swap this out. Let's not even mess with any of this. We've already seen he's willing to dart out, get on his hind legs, pull. Okay, so let's just remove all this, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and, I was thinking about just starting him out on a rope lead, but I feel like he's also kind of insecure. I mean, look at this. He does both. He goes forward at things and then he also retreats, right? So we really have to take control here for him because he's insecure, but he's insecure into the point where he's goes forward a little bit, right? But I think he's a little bit of a bluff again because he'll also retreat. Okay, so we need to get a little bit of control here. So even here, look, he's freaking out with just touching his neck. Yeah, right? He has to be conditioned all around here, okay? So he needs to be handled. Again, this is part of what you get with a wheaten terrier, okay? Wheaten terriers, it's a terrier, guys, and I've worked with a lot of wheaten terriers in the past, a lot of them kind of being neurotic, okay? They have some, they're very similar to a Kerry Blue Terrier, okay? So yeah, even here, we gotta work on all this stuff where he's just like, don't touch me, don't handle me. You know, he pulls away really hard. So this is all just part of cooperation, okay? And shh, shh, shh. Okay, so he tried to bite the collar here. Shh. So I just have a hold of his harness here. I'm just holding it, and I gave him a little tug there. Okay, so very similarly to what you would do on the collar, okay? So, but on his harness. So I do have to let him know we're not biting that, right? We're not putting the collar in your mouth, right? Shh, shh, no, no. Yeah, so, yeah, we have a lot of resistance here, but not to worry. Okay? He's gonna come around. He needs this teaching. He needs this control. Yes. Shh, shh, shh. Like he's not in a balanced state, right? So, this is gonna be a good one here, okay? Because we're gonna see how we're gonna bring this collar in here on him. Okay, and we are on. So let's go ahead and remove, no. So try to mouth my hand also, okay? So let's go ahead and remove this. And he's probably gonna be a little sensitive to the collar, okay? Because again, he's so used to all this pulling and resisting and pulling on his body. And I mean, again, we're just having a little bit of a hard time trying to put the collar on without him trying to mouth me, right? So good. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna come in like this, and I'm just gonna kind of move the collar around, get my fingers under it a little bit, and just move it around, get him kind of used to feeling it this way, okay? Before we actually start working on the leash. Okay, good. So here we go. Look, I'm gonna give him some food, and boom, he's willing to eat right away, which is a good thing, okay? He's willing to still take food, which means his mindset is okay. That's a good boy. It's a good boy. Okay, so we have a couple of other dogs over here, but good. That's okay. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Good. So let's just hang out here for a second, okay? He's got the collar on. Look, I've got my hand on the leash for the first time. Okay, I'm just gonna be feeding him for right now because he's hanging out with me, he's paying attention. Yes, he knows I have the food, but let's just start working this me and you, because before, again, he was trying to get away, right? He was trying to dart, pull away. So we wanna start building me and you. That's a good boy. That's a good boy, yes. So collar has not been engaged yet, okay, good. Let's just go ahead and stand up. Zuma, Zuma, Zuma. Good boy. Good. Zuma, yes. Good. Zuma, yeah, good boy. So let's just keep building this response for right now. Zuma, yeah, good boy. So we can slowly start to get this collar engaged. Zuma, good boy, right? Yeah, good, because guys, what we really need to teach is some limitations here, right? He has no limitations on the leash. He's willing to pull enough to stand on his hind legs. That means he's just continuing to apply pressure and pull. Okay, so we have to teach him some limitations here. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Okay. Good. So if we were gonna try to fix that on the harness, it's gonna be very, very difficult, okay? The dog already, Zuma, it's gonna be very difficult trying to do this same technique here, but on that harness, Zuma. Okay, because we're not gonna be able to bring his focus to us if he does not respond to us, okay? Because Zuma, up, well, that was it right there. That was it right there. Okay, he might have not been able to see that one, but he did totally dart out like he would have previously. He hit the end of the leash. I was able to guide him back to me, but he did kind of figure out like, oh, whoa. Now it feels different if I'm deciding to dart off, right? Now it feels different. That was a bit of a self-correction there, okay? Before we weren't able to get him to self-correct because there's no correction on the harness, right? Nothing is happening to him in terms of teaching him to avoid doing that, right? Zuma, Zuma. Good boy. So here, yes, he pulled out on his collar and got some discomfort as he hit the end of the leash darting out. That's right. We have to teach him. That's not a good thing based on what happens to you, right? So good boy, good boy. Look at that now. Good. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good. Okay, so just be moving around. Good boy. Good. Come on. Good. Still rewarding him. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Let's go. Good boy. Zuma. Yes. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good. Zuma. Sit. Good. So ever so slightly I can start to, okay, boy. Apply this leash technique here. Sit. Good boy. While still guiding him with food. So if we drop the food on the floor for right now, well, from here on out, I'm going to be making sure that he does not get the food from the ground. That's already something that he's done previously, so we're going to go ahead and start breaking that habit. Okay, so let's get 2 treats. Let's throw one. Good boy, and we'll reward him. Good boy with the other, okay? So again, here we do not want him to pull out and grab the food on the floor. If he does, we'll guide him up with the leash. Yes, good boy. And if he does not and he controls himself, we will reward him. Good boy. Good. Yes, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. And this guy is so smart. He's going to pick these things up quickly. We just have to teach it to him. That's a good boy. Okay, so let's come in right here real quick. We'll do the same thing from the hand. Good, good. Look, we'll apply our collar there to let him know not to take these treats from our hand. When he, nope, you see that? Good. Come on, come on. So let's lure him back again. We'll just get him a little bit closer. We'll present the treats again. Good. When he's respectful, we will reward him. Good boy. So treats are here. We'll present them. Again, I'm always very clear with these treats are with me and I'm not giving them to him, right? It's with my body here, okay? So I'm teaching my dog here how to respect the food in my hand. Yes, good boy. And how to be given food instead of taking food. Good boy, that's a good boy. So working on his impulsiveness here, right? His impulsiveness to just pull out and lunge. And so if we can teach that with the food, we can roll this over to all of his other impulsiveness that he shows. Okay, boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Okay, so let's see here on the leash, okay? We saw what it was like before on his harness and his bungee leash. Good boy, come on, good boy, good boy, good boy, come on, good boy. Sit, that's a good boy, good, that's a good boy, that's a good boy, Zuma. Nope, not there. Good boy. Okay, come on. So, guys, as we're coming around right here, the leash is not, the collar is not really engaged, okay? I'm literally holding it with 2 fingers right here, and good boy, good boy, good boy. I'm also using my energy, good boy, and my engagement to let him know, good boy, when he's following me, that's what I'm wanting. So, again, the collar's only going to be engaged when he's doing something that we don't want. So pulling away, jumping or lunging away, or darting away, or nose to the ground, right? Because that's how we're going to let him know. Those things are what we don't want, is when the collar's engaged. When the collar's not engaged, this is what we do want, okay? So biting the leash, that's what we don't want. He started biting the leash, collar became engaged. Come on. Good. Come on, boy. So no biting the leash. Come on. Good boy, come on. Good, okay, so there's a little bit of watch this, watch what's happening right here, right? He's evaluating because I had to tell him don't bite the leash. And now he's figuring out that he's got to follow. Come on, boy, come on. Good boy, good boy. So look, resistance, yes, good boy, come on, good boy. Good boy. That was a good one because he got a little excited. He was trying to maybe dart out over here and then he stopped himself and he paid attention to me. I'm going to reward him for that. Okay? Okay, let's go. let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Come on, let's go. Good. Good. So some of the times, you can see that I'm really here with him and really engaging, and other times, come on, let's go. I'm really just actually requiring him to follow me, right? So, come on. For me, I'm just evaluating, kind of jumping in and out of those two, I guess, techniques, right? One of them just kind of requiring him to follow, focusing a little bit on how does my leash feel versus being here with him. Come on, let's go. Yeah, good boy. Because look, I'm doing that, and then look at what happened. He just decided to put the brakes on, right? So come on. It doesn't really, just because you're giving the dog a ton of energy and trying to encourage them doesn't mean that they're going to do it. Okay, so come on. Good boy. Good boy. But one thing that we've already eliminated is him darting out and getting on the end of his hind legs, right? We've eliminated that already. For the most part, he's walking with me. Good boy. That's a good boy. Yes. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Good. Come on. Good. Because, guys, he's got to learn how to follow, right? He has to learn how to take direction. Okay? He's been allowed to do whatever he wants. So, good boy. Good boy. We've got to bring him back in. Good boy. Zuma, sit. Yes, that's a good boy. Guys, these are very smart dogs right here. Wheatens are very smart dogs, and you're going to get a lot of bad behavior if you don't keep this dog essentially working, right? So we're going to teach him these skills so we can hold him accountable and get his brain to be working. That's a good boy. Okay, that's a good boy. Okay, come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. So I think we're going to end right there. I think that was really good. I was able to make the collar change. I was able to show you that. I was able to show you what he looked like on his harness there. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. There's not too much challenge here. He's willing to take food. We can walk him around here, keep him a bit by our side. Good boy. Come on, let's go. We can come to a stop right here. Sit. We can bring him into a sit. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Here's the mouthing. Okay, I'm going to check the mouthing. Mouthing's a big one for his owner. His owner says he still mouths a lot, pulls on all their stuff. Shoestrings and pant legs and anything, sleeves, he can get his mouth on. He pulls, or he mouths on. So right here, I went ahead and let him know. He kind of started mouthing my hand. I let him know with the leash, don't do that, right? Same way I told him not to mouth this leash, same way I told him not to bite the collar, right? We've already had to implement his mouthing. We've already had to tell him not to mouth 3 or 4 times already for him trying it in different ways, right? So, good. We're being consistent with no mouthing, right? No biting things. Good boy. But that's a big one for his owner. So, I'm glad we were able to get a couple of those in also. Okay, come on, boy, come on. Good. So, got a lot more work to do, guys. A lot more work to do. This is only day 2. Day 2 here, so we got a lot of work to do, but this was a good boy. Good first session right here. He's gonna do really, really well. As after we kind of get over a little bit of this hesitancy here, and we can curb some of these unwanteds, and he's gonna figure out like, oh, I see, look, biting the leash. Biting the leash. Biting the leash. Okay, biting the leash. So you see what I'm doing? Until he stops. Right? Until he stops biting the leash. Good. Then did you see what happened there? He had his mouth closed for a minute. Right after that, right after us working through that, he had his mouth closed for a second there, and he was looking at me, and then he ended up opening his mouth, right? So look, he's doing it again. See, look. And then his ears will go back, and his mouth will open. That's what we're looking for. We need him to get into that humble state. Okay, so mouth. So let's see what happened. Nope. So here again, look, see that? Told him not to do that. Let's see what happens. Look, mouth closed. That's a good boy. He lays down. That's a good boy. Better than going back to biting the leash. Better than darting away, right? Better than fighting the leash. That was really good, okay? That's a bit more of relaxing and giving in there. That's what we're looking for, see? A lot of times, most people don't know how to tell the dog no, okay, effectively, and we don't do it enough times to actually end the challenge or teach what you were wanting to teach, right? I wanted him to understand we weren't going to bite the leash, but if he's going to try 4 or 5 times, you're going to have to work through it every single time until the dog says, okay, every time I do this, you control it. Every time I do this, you tell me it's not acceptable. So it must not be acceptable, right? But they're gonna try multiple times. So you're gonna be flicking that leash there because again, if he's biting the leash, he's biting us, guys, right? If he's biting leash, he's biting us. That's how I look at it. Leash is an extension of us. We use the leash to communicate to our dogs. So I do have to look at it like that, and I hold him accountable in that way, which is why eventually it works, right? It works. So, good. Now that he's being good, he's not mouthing the leash, we can come in, we can give him some love, pet him. Good boy. Good boy. And we're still going to be implementing no mouthing of the hand, right? So, look. Licking is fine. Good boy. Licking is fine. Good boy. Yay. Good boy. Guys, this is how we develop manners, right? This is manners. This is how we develop some respect here. If your dog is chewing all over you, mouthing all over you, scratching all over you, jumping all over you, pawing all over you, does not respect you. Because again, dogs do not do that to each other if they don't respect the other dog. And play is secondary to that respect there. So don't think that, oh, but my dog only does that with play. Well, most likely just because can't control the excitement, right? So again, I'm not saying that that you can't control all that because I can let Dia use her mouth on me and play a little more rough with me because we can control it, okay? So, and because that respect is developed. So when you're still working on that respect in the beginning, I think you have to be very, very clear with, this is not how we play. You can't have any leeway there, okay? Because again, it's like, oh, well, so I can put my mouth on you during this time, but not during this time. If you're not black and white to a dog, it's very, very difficult for them to understand it, okay? Okay. Okay.